Good evening. Ed and Elaine Brown were kidnapped, or I should say captured, by federal law enforcement for not paying the communist anti-constitutional federal income tax. Marshals waited until the Browns were essentially alone and posed as supporters and took them off guard. Of course, people in the area are relieved they don't have to be inconvenienced by this ordeal instead of being outraged at law enforcement helping the state enforce this bogus law allowing the government to steal the fruits of our labor. Haven't seen it? Watch Aaron Russo's America, Freedom, and Fascism to get you started on this illegal law. Then you can proceed to study it on your own. In related news, there's good news for citizens of the United States, but of course the mainstream media doesn't report a case where the IRS gets their ass handed to them, not for the first time either. Recently, 9 defendants were charged with 160 charges regarding tax law, including not giving the government a portion of their labor wages, and they used gold and silver coins to pay wages. They did not report it to the IRS. Oh, they didn't report to the IRS. They were found not guilty, of course. Read the article because it's too complicated to explain in my short time slot. The mainstream media never reports when people beat the IRS in court, but only when the IRS wins because of juries who don't know their constitutional obligations to not support fascist laws. American laboratories handling the world's deadliest germs and toxins have experienced more than 100 accidents and missing shipments since 2003. And the number is increasing steadily as more labs across the country are approved to do the work. The number of labs approved by the government to handle the deadliest substances has nearly doubled to 409 since 2004. Labs are routinely inspected by federal regulators just once every 3 years, but accidents trigger interim inspections. This increase in labs is because of the step up by Bush in the bioterrorism sector. The article lists some of the more concerning cases of incidents, if you want to check that out. Hershey is the latest company moving much of its operations to Mexico. There, our candy will be made in a joint venture with China. That's right, China and Mexico will be making the great American candy. Personally, I think there's better alternatives now. They're doing this to save $170 to $190 million a year. 1,500 workers will not have to find new jobs over the next 3 years and will probably end up working some crummy minimum wage job. They're also closing their plant in Canada. As corporations outsource more of our jobs, how can people be so ignorant and not giving Ron Paul's free market idea a shot to end this insanity? Soon you will have to get permission from the USA government to leave and come to the USA. That's right. You'll also need permission to travel through the United States if you're changing planes at a U.S. airport on a trip to foreign countries. You know, stopovers, layovers, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter if you're a USA citizen or permanent resident. Everyone will need permission to enter or leave the United States. This is thanks to the Transportation Safety Administration and their Advanced Passenger Information System (APIS) initiative. You'll need to obtain permission from the USA government to travel on any commercial airliner or ship that goes to or from the United States of America. That's right. Gotta get permission from Big Brother or like Big Daddy. The number of newly laid off workers filing claims for unemployment benefits shot up last week by the biggest amount in 4 months. The Labor Department reported a total of 317,000 applications for unemployment benefits last week, an increase of 16,000 from the previous week. Of course, the answer to this is a paltry 110,000 jobs are being created, which I'm sure they are all decent, good jobs with great benefits. Here in the USA, or North America, we have the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations. Many politicians and wealthy people are a member of this group. This group that helps destroy our country and our livelihood, by the way. Now, the elite have created one in Europe called the European Council on Foreign Relations, ECFR. Inventive guys. Good to see they finally got around to creating a group in Europe, although they have been assaulting European countries and their livelihood long ago. I'd also like to take a moment to applaud Jim Brosert for taking down the Mexican flag that was flying above the American flag. I'm one who does not care if you burn the flag or step on it, but this was symbolism of supporting illegal Mexicans' invasion of our country above our national sovereignty. So, good job by the vet there. So, there's some of the news I ran across this week. Again, I'll post articles from my main source. As for Bush vetoing the healthcare plan, I'm not a big fan of socialism, but if you're going to spend friggin' billions upon billions of dollars blowing up other countries, I think you can afford something for children's healthcare, you know. Since we live in a socialist country, might as well use it to help kids instead of blow them up. That's my thought. Everybody have a great weekend. I know I will. And see y'all later.